Part 7. Sunday worship is a man-made tradition. Perhaps the most widespread Christian tradition today is Sunday worship. But if the Sabbath was never changed by God, and Jesus and the apostles never worshipped on Sunday, then where did it come from? The shocking truth is, Sunday observance was not born in Scripture, but in history. Q1. Who initiated Sunday worship? A1. Historical evidence points to Emperor Constantine, who in AD 321 issued a civil decree declaring Sunday a day of rest. On the venerable day of the sun, let the magistrates and people rest. This was a political move, blending Christianity with pagan sun worship. It was never commanded by God. Q2. What does Jesus say about traditions? A2. Mark 7:9. Howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. Ye reject the commandment of God, that ye may keep your own tradition. Jesus rebuked the Pharisees for placing tradition above the word. How much more would he rebuke those who replace the Sabbath he created with a tradition he never endorsed? Q3. Is Sunday ever called the Sabbath in Scripture? A3. No, not once. The first day of the week is mentioned in the New Testament only 8 times, and never is it called holy, sanctified, or the Sabbath. Challenge to all believers. If your faith is based on the Bible, then why do you observe a day not found in Scripture as holy? If Sunday observance is tradition and not truth, will you continue in it? Ezekiel 22:26 reveals a similar rebuke from God. Her priests have violated my law and have profaned mine holy things. They have put no difference between the holy and profane, and have hid their eyes from my Sabbaths, and I am profaned among them. Let's consider. The Sabbath was written by God's finger, Exodus 31:18. It was never changed by Christ, his apostles, or God. Sunday was enforced centuries later by man, not the Bible. Truth. The transition from Sabbath to Sunday is a prime example of what happens when churches adopt political power and tradition over Scripture. The early church warned against this. Paul in 2 Thessalonians chapter 3 foretold of falling away, a man of sin who would exalt himself above God. Changing the Sabbath is part of that apostasy. Ask yourself, who changed the Sabbath, God or man? Do I follow the Bible or tradition? Is convenience worth disobedience? Conclusion. Honoring Jesus' resurrection is important, but not at the cost of rejecting God's command. We can remember the resurrection without replacing the Sabbath. Sunday is not the Lord's day. Scripture never calls it that. Revelation 1:10 mentions the Lord's day, but Isaiah 58:13 already told us which day that is. If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, and shalt honor him. The Lord's day is the 7th-day Sabbath. Will you honor what God sanctified, or continue in what man created?